This presentation is a proactive health communication campaign regarding housing problems by Melissa Pearson, a doctorate nursing student of UMass Global. The agenda for this presentation is as follows. Describe the population this campaign is addressing, describe the housing issues, explain the importance of addressing the issues, discuss how Orem theory applies, introduce the multimedia campaign, review multimedia messages, and provide links to resources. The housing problems that I will be discussing include overcrowding, high housing costs, lack of a kitchen, and lack of plumbing. This can lead to health risks such as a lower quality of life and higher rates of abuse. It's also associated with a lack of food and health care. People are living with homelessness and other housing problems. Intellectually and developmentally disabled are disproportionately affected. The campaign's purpose is to bring awareness to the issue and connect individuals with housing problems with resources. The population, King County, Washington, has 2,252,305 residents as of the last census. Of those, 80.2% are over the age 18. 9.3% live in poverty. There are close to 1 million housing units. 6.5% of the population in King County is under the age of 65 and living with a disability. Regarding intellectual and developmental disabled adults, of the homeless population, 30 to 40% have a cognitive impairment. This includes TBIs and intellectual disabilities. 11,571 people are homeless. 53% are sheltered, while the other 47% remain unsheltered. 70% are living in dangerous areas. That includes sidewalks and under bridges. Applying Orem's theory of self-care to the housing issue. The conceptual framework for this theory is as shown on the left side, with nursing agency, self-care demands, self-care agency, and the deficit. Part of this theory focuses on nursing systems, how nurses meet patients' self-care needs. So in some cases, the nurse is going to be wholly compensatory, meaning they are performing complete care for the patient, or partially compensatory, both patient and nurse perform patient care, or supportive, educative. Patient can perform care but requires the guidance and the education of the nurse. Another major component of this theory is the self-care requisites. So that is divided into 3 categories. Universal self-care requisites, which includes the basic needs of all people, developmental self-care requisites, and health deviation requisites. So as far as universal self-care requisites, that would include air, water, food, the elimination process, activity and rest, hazard prevention, promoting human functioning. Regarding developmental self-care requisites, there's maturation, related to the developmental process, and situational, which is related to an event or a life cycle stage. Then there's health deviation requisites. This would be access to medical and mental health care, transportation to medical care, and managing chronic conditions. In applying Orem's theory specifically to the housing issues we're discussing, in those 3 categories, we have following. For universal self-care requisites, are things like nutritional concerns, toileting, and other elimination needs, providing and supporting activities, providing shelter for rest, safety and security, promoting human functioning and development. These are all benefits of having secure housing, especially long-term care housing for those who need it. As far as developmental self-care requisites, they're promoting healthy development, maintaining a sense of purpose, being part of a community, and then assisting with life stages and changes, establishing security, entering adulthood and joining the workforce. Regarding health deviation requisites, there's receiving medical care, education and literacy, medication management, and help following doctor's recommendations, modifying behaviors related to living with chronic conditions, all of which assistance is provided with long-term care and housing. And for those who don't need that, having housing and that security helps promote these things as well. Housing campaign, it includes a multimedia approach for the Be My Neighbor. This includes posters for awareness that would be posted in DSHS waiting rooms and include QR codes that people can scan to get further information. It would include handouts with resources. These would be in social service and healthcare offices. Videos of education and resources. These would be posted to YouTube and other resource pages. And then swag for awareness. Some of this would be around promoting awareness events. Awareness and education. Posters such as these examples would be made. The first one you can see is giving information about the homeless population, part of education and awareness. Sometimes shorter, more catchy phrases like this one, "I'm not homeless, my home is right here," can help draw attention to the issue and stick in people's mind and memory better. Then further, this next poster is also educational and brings awareness and shows what homelessness looks like. You know, sometimes it's completely being unsheltered, and sometimes it's a couch surfing situation where someone is staying with friends or family members temporarily because they do not have their own home. Part of the multimedia campaign will be resources like these. On the left, there's a flyer directing parents to where they can find resources for their children. A lot of children suffer from food insecurity, especially when school is out. The middle one shows a way that people can participate and help and gives information on that as far as collaborative housing goes. The one on the right is an example of using the QR code to direct people to where they can get more information and where they can possibly sign up for services. The multimedia campaign will be videos that can be posted to YouTube and other social media sites. On the left is an example of a video that showed a homeless camp and spoke about the issues that they were facing. The video on the right was a particular person with an intellectual disability talking about their experience being homeless and their experience finding long-term housing and what that has meant for them. Swag. In this part of the multimedia campaign, I am referencing several different things, all items that is t-shirts promote the message or given out when someone participates in an event to help the homeless, like the patch in the left corner. Also, there are bags put together with essential items that can give out to the homeless that help meet some of their needs. And on the right is an interesting device that is called a swag bag, and it holds it to a bag and then out into kind of a sleeping bag / tent. And here are further resources where you can find some information in this presentation as well as additional information and links to resources. Thank you for listening to my presentation. The following are references.